Speaking of that, actually, he gave his brother. He said his brother was the best player on the pitch. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I mean that was a strong performance. El Salvador was the underdog, even though they were at home. I think the media just in this country, it shows that our sport is becoming a massive. I mean, just everything, the way this week panned out, and all of you guys questioning the coaches, questioning the players, everything. I mean, we're a big time sport now. And my assessment was, of course, a little bit different than you guys's. I was more a fan, perhaps, maybe little coaching there. But Alex did well. Started on the right, came over to the left. Versatile player. Early on in Christian's, tenure, you might remember this, Matt. We actually played him at left back one time. Zig did, I think. Christian. So similar storylines, I guess, all over the place. But certainly a good result for El Salvador that game, and kudos to the spirit of that group, coached by my good friend Hugo Perez, and Alex along with it, all his teammates.
Maybe you can split the vote for us. There was a duel there as the whistle was blown early, where Christian and Alex were versus each other. Each one has said they won. Would love to hear what your thoughts were.
Well, they both fought hard. That's what Mama Roldan would say. She can't play favorites. Neither can I.
You tracked a lot of guys on their national teams over the years, but given how far Alex has come and kind of following his trajectory, was there any extra emotion or pride involved watching him thrive in those environments?
I don't think there was any extra, Matt. I mean, I'm happy that Javi, that Brad, that Raul, they're still involved. I mean, we've had really big players, Nico in Uruguay, Jordan obviously with U.S., Roman scoring the winning, goal to put Panama through. We've had big internationals throughout our time for the club. It always gives me a little sense of pride. Alex being a local guy from Seattle U and somebody that, some people might have given up on, maybe that gives me a little bit more. But I'm always proud of our players who go off and represent, obviously, their countries, but they're also representing themselves in the Seattle Sounders as well. And so the more people that we have representing the Sounders throughout the world, I think that's a good marker for our club.
Do you think it speaks to how far he's come then for him to be able to go into an environment like that he was talking about, family in the stands, the crowd all there going against his brother and being able to handle it?
You guys have all witnessed his development this year, whether that's credit all to the kid or his teammates or the tactics, the new formation, whatever it is, it's still his story. It's his progression. And that's been a big storyline for him and the club. I mean, goalkeeper, national team, scoring a goal for his national team, playing well for us. All-star. Thank you, Brian. I mean, that's pretty big news.
Brian, in hockey, when the goalie leaves the ice, the first one to leave the ice is usually the one that plays that game. I noticed Steph was not out here today. I mean, just throwing it out there. Is that the same in soccer? Is Steph going to start?
I don't know. There's been some other reporters that have leaked out certain things, so I guess I might as well just kind of get it all out there. Yeah, Steph's going to start. He's going to start. But we don't do that. But
happen in soccer?
But look, Tommy, as you guys were interviewing the Roldan brothers, I was watching again. I don't know if you guys peek sideways on. Tommy is absolutely the best goalkeeper coach in the league. That's why Steph has made a comeback. That's why Steph Cleveland had good games. I have zero problem putting in, Spence at any time. I mean, they do a great job. They work awfully hard. So kudos to that whole group.
Steph's comeback has been difficult. I know he thought, and everybody I think thought that he would get back sooner. It's been a tough road for him to get this done.
Well, I didn't leak that out, and nobody caught it. But he actually got hit in the head before the last game in Portland. So that kind of slowed him up a little bit, or else he might have been in that game. So.
Coach, how do you find Raul Ruiz every time that goes and play for the national team?
when he comes back to the team, how is he personally, and if he's motivated or
He's always motivated to score goals. I think you've seen that from the first day of the season. He has been motivated this year to score goals. Ever since he's been with the club, Felipe, he's been motivated to score. You guys know the stats better. I mean, his goals per 90 is very high. So he's always been motivated. You know, he goes away and he doesn't play a lot of minutes for Peru. So he will definitely be back and hungry to score goals.
What does the travel itinerary of everyone, how does that impact their availability for tomorrow?
Well, I mean, yeah, Javi and Raul aren't going to show up till tomorrow. The rest of the guys are back.
And so everyone else is back with enough time to potentially be
Yeah. I mean, it would have to be a miracle for Javi or Raul to, play. I mean, we can certainly think about putting them on the bench, and we'll talk that through, and we'll see if they make it, because international travel these days is a bit of a risk. So we'll see what we do. But yeah, that's putting the athlete at risk.
You've had Leo Chu for a bit here now. How do you evaluate his skills, and do you have a better idea of how he may fit in?
Good. Very good. I mean, we need to find the right position for him, because he's traditionally played a little wider out on the field, Jackson. So that's the challenge. We actually had a couple specific exercises this week trying to get him to kind of play inside a little bit more, and then in transition moments get us what we need with his skill set or with his God gift of speed. So we're working on it, but he's incorporating himself with the team great. All the guys love him. He's learning English very fast. He's a quick learner, so it's good.
Talk about his speed there. I mean, how important is that to get the element of speed, given Jordan Morris's injury this year, to get that back on the field?
Well, you can get behind people with speed like Jordan or with Leo, but you can also get back with power like Christian, or smarts like Jimmy Madranda. I mean, there's different ways to do it. There's timing. So what I would say is it's always a head start for a guy who's super fast. So that's always a good thing.
How's the health of Nuhu and AB looking?
Very good. Both of them are out here for the full training session, so they're very good.
Coach, what do you think about the professional teams in Seattle that are going to require vaccination card to attend the games?
We should all be safe. We should all be safe. That is what I would say.